All right, so for today's lower body workout, I wound up actually beginning on the bike. Again, I did that for 10 minutes like I've been doing for the last few weeks. Still just doing this as a general warm up and as a way to help rehab my knee. After that, I decided I was going to go ahead and do a max effort lift on the Sumo Deadlift, and I wound up using a, a belt this time. I also used some chalk too on my hands. Now, I wound up getting up to a within 90% one rep training max here at 505 pounds. Felt pretty good. Did grind just a little bit. Um, got a little bit loose as I was coming up, but overall felt pretty good. Now, after I did that, I went ahead and did what I've been doing for my knee rehab. This is my main movement right now for my legs, and this is just me doing some leg extensions. I wound up doing 3 sets of leg extensions for 10 sets and or for 10 reps each. And I wound up doing 90 pounds for the first set, and then for the second and third, I dropped the weight down to 80 pounds each. Um, there was a little bit more pain than I would have liked um, for this lift whenever I did the 90 pounds. So I did wind up going down to 80. Felt much better. Um, Still, of course, felt some discomfort, especially on the way initially up out of the hole, as well as whenever I was eccentrically going down. But I am still gonna keep working on this exercise. I'm gonna keep trying to push it, and since I didn't wind up getting 90 pounds for all three sets, I did decide to do an extra set and do it single leg. So you'll see that not for probably another 20 or 30 seconds, but I'll go ahead and start discussing that one as well. So I wound up doing a single leg extension for both my left and my right leg. I did this for a few reasons. One, I wanted to see if it would feel any different, and of course it did. Um, it was much easier for me to be able to extend my leg with the 30 pounds that was on this leg extension machine for my left leg, the unaffected leg. It went up pretty smooth. It didn't really feel like much of a stimulus at all that could promote muscle growth. However, comparing that to the right leg, it was definitely more challenging. Uh, I definitely did not have the same amount of strength or ability to move the weight as smoothly as I did the left leg. So you'll see that here. Um, and we can watch this together now. I am going fairly slow. You can see my knees shake a little bit as well. It's not the most stable, especially compared to that left knee. But but yeah, wound up doing this unilateral work. Might start incorporating this some more. May use this as um, a just a tool for me, something else that I can use to help progress my knee health with. But yeah, this variation here allowed me to see basically um, more or less how good my knee is able to perform on its own um, in a very controlled manner. And then you can see here the unaffected knee just smoothly doing these leg extensions. But after that, I wound up continuing to work out my legs. I wound up doing some leg curls. This is going to be the exercise that I'm also progressing on right now for the time being as well. I like how it's in a controlled manner. And I wound up doing 3 sets of 8 of these at 110 pounds. Now we are trying to do a more traditional linear periodization here for um, this specific exercise that I'm performing. I am trying to slowly lower the reps while upping the weight, and then eventually I'm going to cycle back and I'm going to go back to um, 10 or 12 reps at hopefully a higher weight than I did when I first started the little cycle. Um, but yeah, overall, really liking these, enjoying them. It's making me miss working out my legs again. Um, I feel a great stimulus whenever I curl my hamstrings here. I enjoy it so much. I'm putting my hands down there oftentimes. Um, I just haven't been able to feel this muscle work too often with how much I've been um, I won't say neglecting my legs, but I will say um, purposefully not um, hitting my legs to allow them to rest. It does feel somewhat like I've been neglecting them, especially with the muscle atrophy that I've been seeing, as well as just knowing that my squat's not where I want it to be right now. And my deadlift's about 50 pounds less than my previous PR. So these are things that I am trying to address, but I got to do it in a way that's not going to exacerbate my issues with my knee. So I'll continue doing these for a while. Overall, liked them. Um, Gonna continue to do them. Um, After this, I went ahead and did some abs as well. Did some standing ab crunches. Just did 3 sets of 10 at 200 here. Me and my friend Riley, he's actually in this workout as well with me. He uh, he wasn't the biggest believer in these exercises for a while till he saw I think Jeff Nippard do them. These and hanging leg raises. I've been doing as my main form of ab work. I've been doing weighted crunches as well as hanging leg raises for the majority of my ab work, barring when I was a kid when I did endless sit-ups at home. These are my main two ab building lifts that I've been completing for the last few years. So where he told me he doesn't really feel them that much, I did tell him to come by and basically just place his hand along where my abs are and just feel them both contract and stretch. I'm allowing them to stretch on the way up too. So with me putting my butt back like this a little bit, as I go down, of course, I'm getting that crunch, but as I come up, I'm almost hyperextending in a way. I'm allowing it to stretch. So it feels really good. I enjoy doing them. Feels like it's definitely working for me. And my abs, they show at about 15% body fat as well. So I think that does help lend some credibility to it. But after doing all that, um, I know this is a leg day. However, I do have some weak links that we're still trying to address. So I wound up throwing in some just some standing tricep extensions here at the end. Felt like I was up for it. Did the first set for 20 reps at 150 pounds. Then I decided that I was going to go to I guess six reps for the next set at 180 pounds. So me going up 30 pounds, um, did a lot of work on how much weight I was able to move. It's quite a big jump there. I'm filming this a couple of days later, so I'm trying to think this one through. I can only assume I just didn't rest adequately between sets. Um, but yeah, 180 pounds, I can not only see it here, I can vividly remember. This was considerably harder than me doing the 150 pounds just moments before. But yeah, I wound up doing those. And then after doing that, I just did some dumbbell partial lateral raises. Saw a video on someone else performing these, attributing it to uh, the Mad, the Mountain Dog guy. Um, yeah, I have never done these ever, so I just threw them in today. Thought I'd see what it felt like. It looks like a old school bodybuilding trick. Something something I'm not really used to doing, especially with my background being more so in um, strength, strength and um, explosivity and training to be more of an athlete as opposed to um, aesthetics. But nevertheless, I'm going to try it out as I'm trying to build my shoulders up. It's just a different stimulus for me for my shoulders. And you can still notice here that it does appear that either I'm leaning a little bit or there's some type of muscular imbalance with my shoulders and arm. Um, I don't always see it whenever I stand up or whenever I'm in pictures, but I do see it periodically, especially whenever I'm working out. So it is something I'm going to try to address going forward. But after this, I wound up stretching for a few minutes, still continuing to do that. And yeah, wound up enjoying the rest of my day. Anyways, with all that said, this was a great workout. Until next time, bye.